Hello, my name is Sasha, and this is a quick overview of the Unified Knowledge. What we see here is the main Unified Knowledge screen. This allows us to create a new connector. We have here the list of connectors. We can start with an example of a pull connector such as Confluence. So what we have here is, first of all, we have a place where we can already have the authentication and test the authentication. We have configurations here for filtering the content, such as the space of the Confluence we would like to ingest and any pages we would like to ingest. We also have here filtration based on languages that we can add. On top of that, we have a few fields that are more connected to unified knowledge, like where to open the article and what knowledge field to map it to. I will not create it right now, but user can fill all this information. He can check the audience it connects to, and when it's all ready, he can just create the connector. Uh, Once the user creates the connector, we'll go back to the previous page. We can see here the new created connector. We can see the status of the connector. In case that there are errors, we can see here on top. You can see the details of the error in case there was one. Um, we can see the total items that were brought by the connector, and we can see the last sync check. Um, you can also build a push connector. So if let's say we'll take for example Flare. Push connectors work a bit differently. I'll show you right now. We'll just give it a name. And what they do is that upon creation, they provide the user the credentials for a bucket to where the content should be pushed. And so we allow the creation of both of this type of connectors. And after a connector was created, we can go and we can edit the connector. So this is example of a Confluence connector again. We can update the login credentials, but most importantly, we can change the spaces and the pages to ingest. So assuming that our user has changes in their content, but they want to just change that in the same connector, they can just add here new pages, they can add a new space, they can remove pages and change the filtration. And after those changes are saved, what we'll do, it will overwrite the existing content in that connector and either expand it or minimize it. And so after a connector was created, it runs, and we can also see the sync history of a connector. So this button here, and sync history provides us all the last syncs. So it means every time the connector runs, we get a new line here. It shows where it's started, when it was completed, and it shows how many articles were brought in with that sync. This allows us two things. First of all, it allows us to see in case that there was a failure to sync, so we can get the details on that. And when a connector runs, we can also have a situation where, let's say, it succeeded to bring 10 new pages, but it also failed to bring 2 pages, so we can see the details on that. Let's take this one as an example. So you can see the articles that were synced. Okay, so you have the name of the article, you have a link to it. Also, you have here warnings. This means that there is some issue of on the content of that article. So the article was indeed synced, but might some issues with like images, attachments, or something like that. And you also have here a section of articles not synced. So it means that if we fail to bring, let's say, 3 articles out of 10, you'll see which ones failed to come and the reason, well, they were not brought here. Um, so yeah, sorry. So this is the sync history page, and see. Okay, yeah, and of course you can see here the status of why it's exceeded, the status if it's completed, failed, and it failed why. And more over that, we have a few more things we can do here with a connector. We have the ability per connector to do a full resync or an incremental sync. So forceful resync means that the connector runs again, brings in all the content, um, and that is updated here in Unified Knowledge. Incremental sync means that it only brings the new delta um, from the last run, and you can delete the connector, and you can also view a connector. And that is it for here. Thank you very much.